folks, and welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about the notion of boxing. Okay, so I've got my my algo trading account open. This is a small live account, and I want to take a couple of minutes to focus on this concept because it's super powerful. And the reason I developed this method or this concept is to help me stay out of trades when I should be sitting on my hands. And so the first thing you do is you take a time frame, a significant time frame like the daily or the 4 hour. I really like the 4 hour, so I'll do that. And then you zoom out a little bit, and then you want to ask yourself the question: are we moving higher or are we moving lower? Okay, so this is the first thing. And how do we assess this? Well, we look for major lows. Okay, are these moving higher or are they moving lower? Well, they're very clearly moving higher. And we do the same thing here. These are the major swings. Are these moving higher or are they moving lower? They're moving higher. And so this is a very clear indication that we are moving higher. So the flows are major flows on the daily chart, on the monthly chart, maybe even, are going to be moving higher. But we're focusing on the 4 hour chart. But we can see super clearly that the 4 hour chart is moving higher, which is super important for us. And so what we do is we take the most recent swing. So the most recent swing is going to be from the most recent major swing low to the most recent major swing high, like this. Then we're going to focus on that. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so I can only see that. And so when I have this, I am going to put a box from the low to the high, and from the high all the way back down to the low. And by doing that, you can see I've divided the swing into two halves. Okay, and so we have the buy side here. We have the sell side here. Okay, and so knowing that is we are only allowed to put sell orders on supply that are already formed in this side of the chart. Likewise, we're only allowed to put buy orders at demand that is already formed on the chart. Okay, so we have this one here for selling. This is valid. We have this one here. This is also valid. Okay, but we're not allowed to buy at the lows here. Okay, this is not allowed. We're only allowed to buy on demand that's formed on this side of the chart. So if we look here, where do we have demand? Well, we have this one here. This is a daily. You can see the red, and a 4 hour. You can see the blue, and this extends over into the sell side of the chart. Okay, and so it would be totally legal and totally permitted to buy at this demand. Okay, and the reason we want to focus on this is because demand is not formed on prices moving lower. It is only formed in prices moving higher. Okay, and so when you divide a swing up into two halves like this, it's a really good way to bring your attention to where you are permitted to buy and where you are permitted to sell. Okay, so knowing this, we have this swing. Okay, and I remove those boxes a little bit too quick. And when we have that, you want to also focus on where we have expensive prices and where we have cheap prices. And so down here, we have cheap prices, and up here we have expensive prices. So we are selling at expensive prices and we are buying at cheap prices. Okay, and if we go back to something I've covered hundreds of times in the past, and if we try and divide this up into different halves like we've done, and then putting the probability. So if we buy at demand that is at the high end of the buy side, the likelihood is super low. So if we buy at demand that was formed, let's say here on the buy side, there's like a 1 or very low percentage chance that that's going to work, but it increases the further down you go. Okay, and likewise, if we look to sell on this side, if you sell at lower prices, the likelihood of those trades is really low that they're going to work out. So we can do the same thing here. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Okay, so you can see you want to be looking to buy on the lower half of this box. The lower quarter is really the sweet spot, and likewise you want to be selling at the lower half of the sell side. The sweet spot is at the upper 25%. Okay, so this brings our attention to to the areas that are formed between 8 and 10 on both sides of the market. Okay, right here. Okay, and so you can see I've got like an order here. Is this a good place for a trade? Well, we don't know, but what we can see is we can see that we have a pause in price. We had an area of supply that was formed here, tested once, twice, and now it's removed. The area that removed it, there's something in here. Okay, this is down at 7. Another way that you can measure these swings is if you're into using Fibonacci. I don't use it that much, but now and again I'll take the fibs and I'll put it on there, and I'll put it like this. So what I want to see is I want to be below the 62%. Okay, I think the below the 62 puts you in the really deep side of the market. Okay, and we can see we have, I mean, this entry here is put between the 62 and the 79. We have the very deep zone, the 88 here. But if we look at this, we go to a smaller time frame, maybe that doesn't look like such a good area here. So let's go to maybe to the 15-minute chart and have a closer. Okay, so before we do that, notice that this area has been located. It's in the lower half of the box, in the lower quarter of the box, maybe even, and so we are at the right area of this swing to begin to buy. But we need to find some clarity. So we go to the smaller time frame here on the 15-minute chart. Let's have a look at that entry and see if it still looks good. If it doesn't, we can adjust. Okay, and you can see here that the entry is just here. So the entry has been put at just about where this little price nodule is formed. This is not a terribly good entry, is it? So what we can do is we can continue to move lower and look for areas that were historically respected and then removed by other areas. And you can see that down here by the 88%, we have some swings that occurred. It's going to take them rough like this. It's going to take the big ones here. Okay, so you can see here we had an area that was price sensitive. It's price sensitive because it was support, resistance, resistance, resistance. Okay, and so we want to look for an area that's located around this flip zone. I suppose you can call it flipping from resistance back to support once again. Okay, and we have that around, where do we disappear to? We have that around here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, I'm going to move this down to around here where this little price nodule is formed. And if we have enough data, we can even maybe go to the smaller time frame and have a closer look. You can see here that we could even do something like that. This looks a little bit better. Or we could, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you can see that it gets very clear, and here is a very clear breaking point right there. Okay, this is where we had kind of uncertainty and then an explosion of buying. Okay, so this is where we'll put this order, and it lines up nicely with the 88% Fibonacci, which is a very, very deep zone. And if we put our box back on and we have 50% is right here, and then we have 75%, which is around right here, and we're a very, very cheap price for this asset. Okay, and so this would be a much better trade to take than per se trading up here at this buy zone, or maybe, so that's not even a buy zone, buying here at this buy zone. Okay, we did have an area, it did work out, but for the major turning points, you want to be buying at very cheap prices. Okay, so we'll leave that on there. We'll see how we get on. Let's have a look at another example. Let's see what the pound is doing. Okay, here we have another one. Let's zoom out. So what are we doing? Well, we're moving lower. We have the major swings are moving low, and so let's zoom in a little bit. We'll focus on the last swing, which is here. Okay, so remember, we are selling this side. We're buying, sorry, opposite. Selling over here, and we're buying here. Keeping in mind that go easy on the buying down here because we are in an overall downtrend. Okay, so knowing this, I mean, that makes things a little bit clearer for us, because now if you want to use Fibonacci, you can take the Fibonacci tool, you can go from the high to the low. You want to look for these discount prices, and we have the 50% zone is right here. Price just touched it. And then we have this area here. This is at the 62% Fibonacci retracement. Not that Fibonacci retracements are a tool that I would recommend, but they're just a really nice way to show you where these deeper zones are located. Okay, so we have this one here, which is interesting. And notice as well that we formed this area before, and price tested it. We went up through it, and we formed another one, and then we left. Okay, so this could be an interesting area to consider in the future. Note that price has been back to this area before, and so an area that would be more interesting is something like this above, which is just at the 79. Okay, again, we are, if we do this properly like so, we've got the 50%, which is right here. We are very deep. We are about the 79% retracement here. Also keeping in mind the fact that we are in a downtrend when zooming out. So this would be a very interesting place to trade. Okay, so what we could do here is we could let me zip into another profile, buy and sell zone. Okay, so we're on the 4 hour. I'm going to go to what was that? That was the Aussie USD. Here, this is the Aussie USD. So we go to the 4 hour chart, and we have this area here. I'm just gonna change this a little bit. Put this 1.5. I'm gonna switch that on, and I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna move it up there because I like this one a lot better. Okay, so this is, again, it's putting the box in the sell zone at a very deep retracement, so we're selling at much more premium prices. This puts our stop at just above the 79% retracement. So this is a very interesting area to begin to sell. Okay, well, I hope this is a relatively clear methodology. It's super simple. If you pull a chart up and the chart you're looking at is unclear, well, then it's probably best to change to something else, okay? Because it's just getting a little bit too confusing. And so just find something that makes sense. I mean, here we have, this is UK oil going down. What are we doing? Here we're moving down, but we're reaching buy zones on the daily and the 4 hour chart. So you got to be careful about selling now. If you want to sell here, you're going to have to manage the trade a little bit more aggressively. It doesn't mean you can't sell it. It just means that you have to be careful. We just poked into this really nice area of of daily demand here. Let's zoom out and have a look at that. Just here. Okay, we went to it. We went through a couple of pips, and then we just shot north, and now we are contending with this 4 hour supply, which held once. We had a test to the child, and now we're moving down. So you can do the same thing over here. If I just show you what to do, do like this, like this. Okay, keeping in mind we're about the 50% here. We want to use the tool. You can just go something like that. Okay, so this is showing us very clearly where we want to be trading. I wouldn't trade the Fibonacci levels by themselves, but I would certainly use them to tell us on what side we want to be trading. I mean, I don't even have anything below the 50%. I don't think that those are high probability trades, even though this one did not work out because it was formed after. And so price went down, and then we came back up and we touched this area here, but I'd certainly be looking higher. And you can see that, I mean, the only area that's interesting here is right here, something up here. And the reason I say here is because, I mean, price has already been here, we've already traded through, so this like liquidity here is declining. Price has already spent a lot of time around here, so I'm not expecting price to stop here. We have a liquidity void here, we have a lot of trading here, and so I'm thinking from the highs here, which is just precisely at the 79% retracement, so trading somewhere around here would not be a bad idea, keeping in mind that we are reacting at daily demand, and so we're very likely going to begin to wriggle north from here for a little while longer. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. If you have any questions, post them beneath the video in the comments section, or let me hear from you on Discord. Once again, thanks for watching.